people say dark skins are ugly, I know you're not talking about me. What it is, what it do, what's good, what's popping? Welcome back to Being That Right Now. Sadly, this video has been inspired by the situation that's happening with Dear and Kin. I hope you know them because I really just don't want to get into detail. If you don't know, then I don't know. I don't even know why you're on YouTube. Also, just what I've been seeing, what I've been hearing, what I've just grown up around. As you can tell from the title, it's gonna be centered around colorism. I'm gonna give you guys a brief background in terms of just my self-confidence and just my self-esteem. I come from a place that, you know, it's a third world country, so everything, I mean, most of you guys know, so everything we do, we move at a slower pace than the other countries. Whether you want to hear it or you don't, is the truth. And thank God for social media now, because we somewhat move at a faster pace than we were doing in 2010. But things like emancipation of women, or things like misogyny, things like colorism, even things like weight, discrimination against people's weight, I don't know, it's just, it's crazy. But it's not just my people, okay? It's not just my people. Even here, certain things are still a thing, and thank God that, you know, we are having more people speaking out and speaking against these things on social media. Now, as I was saying, I am so grateful. I thank God. I'm more than thankful that I was raised by a mother that always, like, I just cannot thank my mother enough. But I'm just grateful that I grew up and I was raised by a mom that always made me understand my worth. My mother always, and I was bullied as a child, but I feel like the impact was less because my mother always made me understand that I was beautiful. And I had most qualities that kids were bullied for. I was skinny, still am. Okay, being skinny, being dark, and being tall as a girl. I even used to have horrible teeth, things like that. My mom always told me, like, girl, you have really nice long legs. Girl, look at your skin, your beautiful, dark, glowing skin. She always made me understand that, like, look at your body, like, you're a model. Things like that. Like, even if by social standard I wasn't considered beautiful, or I could have never been considered beautiful, I always felt it in me because my mother always made me know that me makes me beautiful. So growing up around all these negative pieces of information, because, you know, men are more attracted to thicker women, or men are more attracted to lighter skinned women, like, it was kind of weird to me. Like, you really think that just because she's lighter, she's more beautiful than her? It was weird to me. I'm just saying this to say that I've never been insecure. I mean, I'm not gonna sit here and say I've never had, you know, little bitty insecurities. I have, but things like skin tone, I've just really never been insecure about that. And I was dark, okay, like, I was blacker than a berry. I was darker than I am right now. And I look at it now and I'm like, dang, I was dark. But then it was what it was. I would never look in the mirror and be like, oh my gosh, I think I need lightening cream. And if you did, that's okay. We learn, we grow. So I just had to say that so that people understand that I'm not speaking about this from a place of hurt, or from like, oh my gosh, you're attacking me because I'm a darker woman, or I'm dark, or this is that. No, this, what I'm about to speak on, does not affect me, because when people say dark skins are ugly, I know you're not talking about me. I'm gonna continue by defining colorism. The definition of colorism is prejudice or discrimination against individuals with a dark skin tone, typically amongst people of the same ethnic or racial group. That's what's sad. The fact that it's amongst people of the same race. How are you really just gonna look at somebody that's black and be like, oh, you're too black? Anyway, that's what colorism is, right? And I did my research on colorism history and colorism today. Now, from my research, colorism was birthed from racism by the white people to separate, to put discrimination, prejudice amongst black people mostly. Lighter skinned women are a favorite. Skin privilege, sometimes it's on a bigger scale, sometimes it's on like more serious issues, sometimes it's on less serious issues like men. In the freaking music industry, there's so much colorism. Today, Hollywood, colorism. Freaking prison, colorism. Jobs, colorism. dating men, for some reason it's the dark-skinned men that appear to be colorist or that are clearly colorist. Why I'm making this video, if you feel like light-skinned women are prettier than dark-skinned women, I'm not here to change your mind, because what I know is my dark-skinned babies are not ugly. And if that's what you prefer, like if you prefer lighter-skinned people, and like what my friend always says, if you're really gonna not be with the person just because of their skin tone, you're ignorant. You need to go and educate yourself. If you're really not going to be with a person just because, oh, their skin is darker, you need a hug. It's really sad that Ken from Dear and Ken decided to cheat, and it so happened that this man decided to cheat with the light skin. I don't know, for the love of God, for the love of relationships, for the love of everything, I just hope and pray that Ken's type is not light skins. And I'm just thinking, and I'm sitting here thinking, and I'm like, he probably doesn't have a type, or his type has to be dark-skinned women, and he just so happened to cheat with the light skin. That's just what I hope for. Now, that's not because there's anything wrong with light skins. No, it's because he's been with a dark-skinned woman for 6 years. So if his type is light skins, then what has been happening? Ken. We don't even know what this girl's going through. We don't know if she found out more, because now listen, this is a YouTube couple, so whatever it is that they're gonna say might be to protect their brand. But whatever's happening is their business, of course. But now we don't know what this girl is going through behind closed doors. Now, why have you guys, amongst other things that already happened with this, this whole thing of dark skins or light skin thing, with everything that always happens, why have you guys decided to go on the internet and say, oh, Ken cheated because she was light skinned? Ken cheated because she looked better, and she's light skinned, and light skins always look better. And the person sitting there tweeting such things is dark skinned, their mother is dark skinned, their aunt is dark skinned. I'm gonna speak about this specific tweet that somebody made, and they said, I see why Ken cheated. I'm just gonna sit here and assume that he just thinks, without skin tone included, he just thinks that she looks better. That's it. And it's okay. This girl's beautiful. She has other features on her that I think are beautiful that are not her skin tone, okay? Like, she's beautiful. I'm gonna say this. She's beautiful, but I'm sorry. De'Ara looks better. Now, you may sit here and be like, oh, she's dark skinned and you're dark skinned, so you're gonna say, no, that's not it. Let's talk about social standard. Not even just my personal opinion. The things that, people think is beautiful, what? Just go on social media and scroll and tell me what you think has been said as the beauty standard. What? Clear skin, little waist, fat ass. What else? Short girls are considered pretty. Like, it's considered attractive to be 5'2". What else? She's got long hair. She's got long, beautiful hair. De'Ara has long, beautiful hair. Is that not considered to be beautiful? Is that not a social standard? Okay, but you guys, of all things, you guys decided to put skin tone into this? Really? Really? Okay. If you're listening to this and you've been cheated on, there's nothing to do with you. You're not ugly, you're not uglier, you're not less pretty, you're not none of that. A man is gonna do him at the end of the day. Not just a man, people are gonna do them at the end of the day. Like, it's really about nothing. Like I was saying earlier, lighter skinned women are always picked before dark skinned women. But do I think that was the case between De'Ara and Ken? No. Colorism is a thing, and I feel like the people that are being colorist is you guys on Twitter. This is just my personal opinion, okay? Ken knows what he was doing, and what happened is none of my business, none of anybody's business. But I really don't think it was about skin tone. I just think Ken is a cheater, and he just was being himself. Okay, now this girl retweets, and then she was so angry, and she was like, Lord, please release these men from shackles of half-naked light-skinned women. So this girl, she's making a post, saying that men are basically being colorist, right, with this whole situation. And this person DMs her and says, y'all step your cookies up then. Y'all dark-skinned women need to do better. I'm sorry, but okay, somebody said, I'm not gonna lie, it took maturity for me to appreciate coffee without cream. basically saying for me to appreciate a dark-skinned woman that has not, I guess, woman, because he's a man, I hope. But I guess he's basically saying, you know, appreciating a dark-skinned woman that hasn't been mixed, you know. She was like, I honestly want you to stay where you were. If it takes maturity to like a dark-skinned black woman, LOL, not based on an inherent like for them, that's so weird. And then somebody said, it's the way you said honestly, like it sounds racist and colorist. You could have said, my attraction to black women progressed with age as I stopped allowing the systematic racism to dictate what is attracted to me. Just want people to understand that it's basically racism in your own race. That's what I'm gonna say. It's weird, like it's such an ugly, I never want to hear anybody say Black Lives Matter if you want to separate the black people and say, oh, the lighter ones are better than the darker ones. You don't think that Black Lives Matter. You're a part of racism. You're just like the white man, and it's so foolish for you, for anybody out there to still be colorist and still hate racism. You're doing the same thing in your own race, something that you look like. And it's crazy that, you know, there's actually men that still do, and it's the dark-skinned men. And I feel like y'all need to seek help. Y'all need a hug, and y'all just need to sit down and talk to your parents, and maybe they can help you guys with self-confidence. Honestly, seriously, I love you all dark-skinned women out there, and I hope that nobody tells you any different. You're beautiful, and stay beautiful. Go sit in the sun for hours and get darker than you already are, because it's still beautiful. But I love you guys. Make sure you leave a like, comment, and if you're new to the channel, subscribe. Do comment down below what you do want me to talk about, and I will try to be more consistent. Obviously, I always say that, but I will try. But do comment down below. Talk to me in the comments. Let me know. DM me, whatever it is. I love you guys, and see you guys in the next video.